Hello, beloved, and welcome to your reading. Let's have a look to see what messages the divine wants you to receive in this timeless reading. Now, I always remind you that these readings are, of course, generalized and to take what is resonating with you, leaving behind anything that is not for you. I also need to remind you that it is important to always allow your intuition to be present as I'm doing these readings, because your intuition will start elaborating on the messages that you are receiving so that this becomes more like a powerful personal reading. Beloved, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, I would really appreciate that. So we have your cards that are on the table. As I'm turning your cards over, I want to remind you that the new moon ceremony on the 30th of May is going to be happening. And this is when I say your prayers, when we really have like a big ceremony to welcome in the new lunar energies, the new lunar cycle. And not only that, this is a time where you send in your prayers, you purchase your candle, and I just do an amazing, fantastic ritual. Just, it is powerful. Have a look at the shorts that I've been posting, because I wanted to show you what it is all about for those of you who were asking. So let's have a look to see what energies you are currently working with. I'm trying to get this wire out of the way. All right, beloved. There is an energy that is on the table that we really need to talk about. The first thing that the divine wants to highlight to you is to step into the energy of protecting your peace at all cost. Okay, you could just be seeing that there are things that are making your peace evaporate. There are just things that are challenging you at the moment. And the divine is saying, find ways of protecting your peace, because it is going to be really important, especially with the cards that you have on the table. So the divine is saying that you are going to be encouraged to step into a new cycle, because there is an energy where a toxic cycle can end, where you can exit these types of situations that are here. But remember, I always tell you that this is your human experience and you decide what happens next. So even though there is an invitation for toxic cycles to be ending, for new beginnings to be coming in, for you to step into that energy of a peaceful time, a time full of serenity, of grounded type of energies that are here. The divine is saying that before you get there, you could be seeing that there is just like a shit show. Okay, the shit's gonna hit the fan. There is just something that is coming in. It almost feels like a tower moment that is on the cards. So you could be seeing that there is a lot of lies, deception, and secrets that are being exposed. There just could be something that has you triggered in your feelings, because you have our card that is talking about triggered. Okay, so there is an energy that is here that is just having you feeling some type of way, and the divine is wanting to bring this to your attention so that you have that awareness. It is like being told that it's gonna rain and you take your umbrella with you because you don't want to get wet. And so the divine is saying that there is just something, a toxic type of situation that is here, that is coming to an end. But before this thing comes to an end, it just feels like there is just that like big explosive type of energies that can just have you feel lost, confused, like what is going on. And the divine is saying that it is an end of a cycle. It is almost like that energy is breathing its last breath as it is dying, and it is just wanting to trigger you. It is just wanting to make you upset. It is just wanting you to make you feel some type of way. And the divine is saying, you already know what's going to happen. So you are expecting this, but you're expecting this not in a way of inviting these energies, but in a way as you would expect the rain and you take your umbrella. So this is you being proactive about doing something, protecting your mental health, doing whatever it is that you need to do. Because the divine is saying that there are some situations here where you have been almost like being used as a doormat, where you have been accepting less than you should be demanding, where you have been accepting some breadcrumbs in different types of situations. This could be at work, This could be in a romantic relationships. This could be in friendships. Whatever energy is playing out with this type of energy that is here, the divine is saying that you know exactly what this is all about, what this message is all about. And as you're stepping into that energy of understanding that this whole cycle is coming to an end, there is an awareness that is there, and you are accepting this. You are grounding yourself, you are meditating, and the divine is saying, this is the perfect time for you to start connecting with divine wisdom, with divine knowledge, because by doing so, you're going to be seeing that there is just a feeling of protection that is around you. There is just a feeling of like that peaceful type of energy that is surrounding you. So the divine is saying, connect to divine knowledge, connect to divine wisdom, because in doing so, you will be guided as you are transitioning through this cycle that is ending. Your guides, your ancestors, the celestial team that walk with you, your guardian angels, the divine, will be able to communicate with you and help you navigate this journey that you're going to be on. However, the divine is saying that if you allow any invitations to fights, to drama, if you allow any type of situations that is going to take you away from your divine power, from your divine energy, then your guides, your guardian angels, your ancestors are not going to be able to communicate with you. They are not going to be able to give you the synchronicities. And even if they do, you will not be able to understand what those synchronicities mean. And then you're going to be missing some important connections. So this is why the divine is saying to you to step into that energy of peace, of serenity, of saying your prayers. As I would say to you on the 30th of May, if you're not working with me, light your own candle. Okay, communicate with the divine, communicate with your guides, communicate with your guardian angels, and ask for the assistance that you need. If it is you asking for help cutting some cords because of attachments to these types of people, to these types of dramas and situations, whatever it is that you're praying for, the divine is saying that that is going to be the perfect time for you to start receiving downloads, information, so that you don't miss anything important. There is a journey, there is a new chapter, there is new beginnings, there are opportunities that are wanting to meet with you along the way. But if you're too busy dealing with drama and chaos and all that, you are going to miss some important synchronized events. I couldn't say that for a moment. So especially if you're seeing 111 repeating numbers, if you're just having that energy of deja vu, if you're just having that divine type of energy around you that you can feel, that you can sense, but you're not able to decipher what all those things mean, this is the time for you to connect with divine wisdom. Like I said, so that your guides, your ancestors, your celestial team can start giving you the knowledge and the wisdom, and not only that, the understanding that you are seeking. I feel that for some of you, there is just an energy of, yes, I'm seeing 111. Yes, I'm seeing synchronicities. Yes, I'm seeing repeating numbers. It is nice and everything, but I don't really know what it all means. You are going on a voyage too. You're going on a journey. And your guides and your ancestors are wanting to walk with you on that journey. But if you are in a situation where there's a lot of chaos, in a crisis type of situations, then it is very difficult to communicate with you, because the divine is saying that you are then in your logical mind. You're then in your thoughts. You are then triggered. You are not able to listen and to understand the divine guidance that your guides want to give you, that the divine wants to bless you with. And this is why the divine is saying that there is something that is on the cards. Just have that awareness, and before this situation starts getting out of control, find ways of grounding yourself. Make a plan. If something happens and I'm feeling in my feelings and I'm feeling triggered, this is what I'm going to do. I know that in the past, when I used to feel triggered by people, the thing that would make me come back and to start asking myself, hang on a minute, why are you starting to get triggered? Is like just flicking where your vein is, just flicking that almost like brings your energy back here, instead of losing yourself in your mind, and your mind starts racing and spiraling out of control, and even getting an ice cube and putting it on your wrists. Whatever it is, find things that work for you. Just because it worked for me, it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. But find things that you can do that can snap you back out of that triggering type of energy and bring you back into this moment in time. Because you're either worrying about the future or you are stressing about the past. Whatever is happening, the divine is saying that as you are transitioning, as you're going forward, as this situation here is playing out, you are asked to proceed with extreme caution. Because there's almost like a feeling of you being triggered out of character and you doing something that you might later on regret. So whatever is happening, when you're feeling out of control, when you're feeling like you're losing yourself, start practicing things now. Go online, find different techniques, practice them. And then when things are making you feel lost and confused, you are able to bring yourself into the present moment, and then you're able to strategically plan what you're going to do next. And then you're going to be able to proceed with extreme caution, because you're understanding that this situation can turn volatile very quickly, okay? And I know that this message is not for everyone, and I know that for some of you will not be able to really grasp all the wisdom of the divine wisdom that this reading has for you. But later on in the future, you're going to remember this reading and you're going to come back and it is all going to make sense. But the divine is saying, I don't want you to go into the future, then you're triggered, and then you're dealing with messy situations, and then you're remembering this reading and thinking, oh, now it makes sense. No, the divine is wanting to bring an energy of protection around you, and this is the whole purpose of this reading, okay? So whatever is happening, the divine is saying that we're talking about toxic cycles ending, because one-sided expectations are destroying your mental health. There is just something where you are putting in all the effort, all the time, investing a lot of emotions into a situation, because you're expecting that this situation one day is just going to miraculously change. And the divine is saying that it is time to see the truth for what it is, removing those rose-tinted glasses, and start seeing that you are the one who is putting in all the effort, and the other party, they are not as invested as you are. Even though they might say that they are, okay? Watch actions, because actions always speak louder than words. So whatever is happening right now, like I already told you, it feels like it is very much an encouragement from the divine to really start stepping into the energy of understanding the new moon rituals, the full moon rituals, and start doing them. Okay, there are many videos here on YouTube, and like I said, do that for yourself. Light your own candles, communicate with the divine, not in a begging type of way. This is where people sometimes make errors, okay, because everyone is learning. You are where you are at this present moment in time. But when I'm saying my prayers, it is never in a begging way, in a pleading way, because I am divine, I am sovereign, I am part of divinity, and so are you. So there is nothing for you to beg, there is nothing for you to plead for, but it is understanding how to communicate so that the energies, so that the outcomes that you are wanting can start unfolding your way. It is all about lifting up the vibrations. It is, when I say my prayers, it is like a celebration, it is like a party. Okay, because this is where the vibration of the things that I want to manifest, of the things that you ask me to help you manifest and to pray for, this is where they live. They live on higher, positive, excited type of vibrations, energy. And so when you are praying in a way that is defeated, where you feel defeated, where you feel disempowered, guess what you are attracting? Guess what you are praying for? Because prayer is never about the words that you're saying. Prayer is about the emotions that you're bringing forward. And this is why I drum. This is why I play these instruments here. This is why I really lift up the energies. And this is why, you guys, When you've worked with me, you write me amazing reviews. When you write me letters, I really appreciate that, because you are starting to see those shifts and changes happening in your own life. So whatever is happening, I wanted to tell you that, so that if you're working on yourself, if you're working with yourself, lighting up your candles, now you know how to say those prayers. Now you know how to communicate with the divine, because it is an energy of gratitude that you're working with. It is an energy of gratitude and excitement and feeling empowered that really changes things. You can feel how excited I am, because this is what I really truly love, maybe even more than reading tarot cards. Okay, beloved, I have kept you here long enough. I'm going to say goodbye now. So again, if you want to work with me, everything you need to know is going to be in the description box below. I hope to see you soon. It is a goodbye from me. Bye.